Every year, Christmas is celebrated on December the 25th, under the belief that this marks the birth of Jesus. However, the Bible does not specify this date. So, why do we celebrate on December the 25th, and when was Jesus truly born? There are several clues in the Bible that help us uncover this mystery. Let's explore these clues to discover the true time of Jesus' birth. First clue, the census. In the Gospel of Luke, we learn that Caesar Augustus ordered a census to be taken across the Roman Empire. This required Joseph and Mary to travel from Nazareth to Bethlehem, where the prophecy in Micah 5 stated the Messiah would be born. The census was an instrument of Roman control, but it also fulfilled God's divine plan. Interestingly, the census likely occurred in a time when travel was more manageable, such as in spring or fall, rather than during the harsh winter months. Second clue, Zechariah's duty. Zechariah, the father of John the Baptist, belonged to the priestly division of Abijah, which served in the temple around May or June. When Zechariah's division was on duty, he received a visit from the angel Gabriel. 6 months later, Mary conceived Jesus. This suggests that Jesus' conception took place between November and December, and his birth would have occurred around September or October, aligning with the Feast of Tabernacles. Third clue, the Feast of Tabernacles. The Feast of Tabernacles, or Sukkot, takes place in the fall, and commemorates God dwelling among his people during the Exodus. John 1:14 refers to Jesus as the Word becoming flesh and tabernacling among us. This connection raises the possibility that Jesus was born during this festival, reinforcing the idea that his birth was not a random event, but part of God's perfect plan. Other Jewish festivals, such as Rosh Hashanah, also point to significant spiritual significance, making the fall an even more likely time for Jesus' birth. Fourth clue, the shepherds. The Gospel of Luke tells us that shepherds were out in the fields watching over their flocks at night when Jesus was born. However, in December, Judea experiences cold, rainy winters, making it unlikely for shepherds to be outdoors at night. Shepherds were more likely to tend their flocks in the warmer months, such as spring or fall, further suggesting that Jesus was not born in winter. Fifth clue, the Star of Bethlehem. The Star of Bethlehem, mentioned in Matthew 2, led the wise men to the birthplace of Jesus. Some have speculated that the star was a planetary conjunction, a nova, or even a comet. Regardless of its nature, the star marked the exact time of Jesus' birth, signaling to the world that the Savior had arrived. Sixth clue, Herod and the massacre of the innocents. When King Herod learned of Jesus' birth, he ordered the massacre of all male children under 2 years old in Bethlehem. Herod's death in 4 BC places Jesus' birth between 6 and 4 BC. This event helps pinpoint the time frame for Jesus' birth and shows Herod's response to the threat of a new king. In conclusion, the Bible offers several clues that point to Jesus being born in the fall, likely during the Feast of Tabernacles. While the specific date remains uncertain, these clues suggest that Jesus' birth occurred in a season conducive to travel and fulfillment of prophecy, emphasizing God's perfect timing in history.